What's good, y'all? Cali Green here, holding it down for Carnival Spirits. We be those ninjas in action. It's the year of the gnome, and this is Interview with the Juggalo. So today I got a very special guest. We have that YouTube ninja known as Blaze the motherfucker. What's up, bro?
What's up, Carnival Spirits, man? It's a pleasure to be on here, man. Everybody on there, what's up to y'all ninjas? And I hope y'all do well, man. It's the year of the gnome. What's good, brother?
Hell yeah, like, you're definitely one of those, like, ninjas that's on our radar. I'll say that. I know I watch your videos. I know Don Chaos does as well. I'm sure a few others do. So, you know.
That's the shit. I appreciate that. I've seen you guys a couple times. Sometimes I don't know who it is because y'all leave comments that it doesn't say who it is. But, I mean, I fucking, that's the shit, man. Shit, I watch you guys a lot also, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very, I like to be on point with my Juggalo shit and watching y'all motherfuckers do y'all thing, taking notes and whatnot, since I'm a very new ninja up in the scene, you know what I'm talking about?
Hell yeah. So, how long have you been doing videos, and what inspired you to start doing, like, Juggalo videos?
Shit. It's a little bit of everything. I mean, when I first came in, I wanted to do a review on Shaggy's third album, or third solo album. Fuck the fuck off, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I went on there trying to do my best, and I ended up forgetting a couple of songs. And it came out alright. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of cringy as fuck, but what mainly got me into this shit, there was a homeboy, I've mentioned him here before. He's actually a dude that got me into this shit. He showed me a CPM video way back when, and I kind of brushed it off to the side. I didn't really know much about the scene as far as the YouTubers go. And I started digging up a little bit here, a little bit there. I saw CarnivalSpirits, of course, and then I saw CPN, Craze, and I thought to myself, I was like, shit, there's a lot of underground, there's a lot of dudes doing this, and I just wanted to give it a try. I just wanted to see what kind of response I would get, try to talk to people, try to just communicate with ninjas, you know what I'm saying? Because down where I'm from, there's not a lot of ninjas to begin with.
And where are you located?
Well, actually, right now, I'm in Killeen, Texas, right next to Fort Hood, but I'm originally from the 956 down in the valley, which is South Texas, basically the southernmost Texas tip, right by the border, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm from originally.
That's what's up. So, like, what's the scene like out there?
The Juggalo scene is non-existent, bro. You know what I'm saying? Half the shit that we got out here was pretty late. Just a couple of ninjas that went up north, and then they found the culture up there, and then they ended up bringing it back to where we're from. Because where I'm from, it's basically Little Mexico. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of rap music, and when there is, it's all like your DJ Screws and your Pimp C.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That Texas style of music.
Yeah, like your Paul Walls and yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got one of my Juggalo homies like out here where I'm at. I'm in Southern California. I'm in like the Lake Elsinore area, which is by San Diego. So like I'm right on like the Mexican border as well.
Oh hell yeah.
But there's like there definitely is like a lot more culture, I'm sure, out this way. Like just right around the block there's a dude that has a fucking Hatchet Man sticker on his car, you know, and I see mad Juggalos, you know, every once in a while when I'm out and about. But yeah, like my homie, he's from the Houston area. They got quite a big scene there, but then again, it's a bigger city.
Yeah, of course. Well, it was just my homeboy, but actually the only reason I got a hold of any ICP thing was because of my homeboy, Juggalo. He came up on my channel a couple weeks back, and basically what had happened was I was actually in Mexico, and over there's like these cyber cafes. I would go up in that bitch and start burning CDs, you know what I'm saying? Just burning shit that I couldn't get a hold of. And for some reason, this dude decided to ask me to get him some of that, some fucking rare shit. He told me it was some rare shit. I was like, what do you mean rare? He ended up explaining to me, and he was like, well, I need dog feet, and it was a tear wheel, and a couple of other albums that he couldn't get a hold of at that time. At first, I threw it off to the side. I didn't care for it much, because I heard the dog beats, and at first glance, it was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of too raw for me. And I was like, it's alright, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up giving those back to him. A couple weeks went by. He asked me for the writers. I went back to that same cafe and I started downloading writers, and little by little, since I had to listen to them back then, it was something called LimeWire. I had to look for the tracks one by one, and little by little, I started jamming out to this shit. I was like, this shit goes hard, you know what I'm saying? I was like, god damn, like these motherfuckers are getting it in. And little by little, I just started learning a little bit more about the lords. I downloaded my first Joker's card, which was the Ringmaster, and then I eventually went on to listen to the Great Malenko, and then I just fell in love with that shit, and it was all downhill from there. It was downhill from there, bro. Like everything, I ended up downloading every single card. I just basically looked at their discography, and anything I found on that bitch, I just downloaded. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And that's how I fell in love, you know. And it's been a little over 10 years now. At that time, the newest album that was gonna come out when I was barely getting into it was Bangkok Boom.
Okay.
Which is like 10-ish years ago. And bro, I've never looked back since.
That's what's up, man. Like, you bring up LimeWire and that just cracks me up. I was talking about like LimeWire and actually how I crashed a computer downloading dog beats off of, actually it was Kazaa though, not LimeWire, but same shit.
Yeah.
Same fucking shit.
Same shit.
But I was just talking about that in another interview I did with the homie, Panic's interview. But anyways, so since you've like discovered ICP and, you know, the whole underground scene, have you been to any shows?
Actually, I just went to my first show. It was the Great Malenko tour. I came down to Texas. I went here in San Antonio. Greatest experience of my life, bro. I wouldn't change that shit for nothing. I mean, there's been times where I was almost about to go when they came down from Bangkok Boom to Corpus Christi for that tour. I was gonna go, but I got caught up in some shit. I ended up catching a case, and it didn't work out, you know. And since then, I had 2 kids and shit like that. So life kind of gets in the way, bro. But the love for the music has always been there, you know.
Hell yeah, I feel it, man. Like, you know, one time I was supposed to go see Cottonmouth Kings, and I was in Indiana at the time, and yeah, I ended up catching a case on the way to the show. So, you know, shit happens, you know, and I got kids myself, you know, I got 3, so, you know, I feel it, I know how it is. So you got into ICP whenever Twisted was still, you know, running with the hatchet then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yes sir.
You know, how did you feel about, like, you know, like back then, take a look back, how did you feel about like Twisted and Blaze? And I mean, apparently you like Blaze.
Actually, that's a funny story. I'm not named Blaze after Blazer dead homie. Well, the way I got my name was just I don't know if you remember the Def Jam games. The ones that like rappers fighting against each other.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, there was a producer on there called Just Blaze, and I don't know. I just found that name appealing to me, and I was like, all right, instead of Just Blaze, it's gonna be Just Blaze, you know? Just Blaze, just the name Blaze, and eventually it caught on with my friends, and they just stick. And as far as the motherfucker goes, that's just off the Tempest, which is from the song I Do This. It's like, I'm that motherfucker, Scrubby Times, let me be your scrubby brother. And that's where I got that from. So it's not. I mean, I do like Blaze, but it wasn't really where I got my name from. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
But like way back when, I didn't believe it at first. I wasn't really into the politics of the whole underground scene. When my friend told me, he was telling me, yeah, they came out with this new CD that is not on Psychopathic. I think it was a Darkness at that time. And I just didn't believe it. I'm like, Twisted, out of Psychopathic. I just can't see it. You know what I'm saying? At that point, it was just like the Psychopathic family was the family. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they were. They were basically inseparable in my eyes at that time. And when that whole scenario went down, I mean, it kind of, I don't want to say I was on a fuck Twisted mood, but it was kind of like, I kind of brushed them off to the side a little bit, because I did love Twisted and all the shit that they did on Psychopathic. But the reason I was a Juggalo was because of ICP. Like, that's the reason I'm a Juggalo. Like, if there wasn't anybody else in that fucking label, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm a Juggalo because of the clowns, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, that was fine with me, and not until all this talking shit started happening and all this fucking little drama going on until I started getting feelings on this, you know, until I started having actual opinions and feelings about what the fuck was going on. But it didn't really hurt me at first, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, all right, well, there goes Twisted. But hell yeah. I'm still good with it, you know what I'm saying? I still listen to the music. It doesn't feel like it's the same as before, but I mean, I can't hate on it. They're doing a good job. They're running their own shit.
Yeah, you know, like, I really like a lot of the shit that Magic Ninja has going down. So it's like, it's a weird situation. I mean, especially like I've been, you know, I've been down for a few decades now. Like since basically Great Malenko was getting ready to drop is whenever I discovered ICP. So like I remember a time before Twisted. So like I feel you on that whole, like, you know, the clowns got me into it for sure. You know what I mean? And then Twisted just added to the freshness, and then whenever they left, it was a huge fucking shock. But at the same time, like in the beginning, like, you know, it's like, all right, you know what, I get what they're doing, you know what I mean? They're just trying to expand. And then next thing you know, there's all the backlash and shit talking, and it got crazy out of control, and still is, you know.
Yeah.
And then like the whole thing with Young Wicked and everything, I mean, just shit got a little too crazy. And it makes it does affect the way you view the music. It does. But at the same time, I still, you know, I liked the continuous evolution, you know. I liked that shit. I liked, you know, Young Wicked's Prodigal Son, even though it took me a long time to, like, you know, turn that shit on and actually check it out. When I finally did, I liked it. It's crazy because in, like, the normal, like, rap communities or, like, metal communities and shit like that, you know, you don't got the fans as involved as we do. The Juggalo family, that is what all this shit revolves around, you know, ICP and all of that.
Yep.
So it's like, it's crazy how different it is. Let's say, we'll just use Slipknot. Whenever fucking their drummer, Joey, was leaving the band, you know what I mean? You don't have motherfuckers like, fuck Slipknot, I'm never gonna support another thing Slipknot does because they kicked Joey out. There wasn't a lot of that. Yeah, there's some. But whenever Twisted left and all the backlashing, you saw Juggalos literally completely, as Paul thinks, turn their backs on Twisted. Which I can see in a way how, you know, that happened, but I mean, they kind of turned their backs first. It is what it is. But, you know, like, you don't got fans as involved with other musical acts as you do with Juggalos.
No, of course. It's all a cult, basically. It's like a cult fan base. There's a lot of people with a lot of time, a lot of feelings invested into this shit. I can see why they would act or feel a certain way, you know what I'm saying? And of course, when it comes to that Twisted shit, I agree that they did turn their backs on us first, because the main people that are going to the shows are still juggalos, so they can't say that the juggalo world turned their back on them. They're still making money. They're still successful artists. There's no reason why he would go out to say something like that, because it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Just plainly like that.
Yeah, it's not 100% accurate. It's not true. I'm a good example. You're a good example. You know what I mean? We're still checking out the music. I'm buying the merch. I'm checking out the artists they're putting out. So, I mean, like, it's not 100% true. And if it wasn't for the Juggalos, Magic Ninja wouldn't exist. There's no fucking way. You know what I mean? They didn't start from 100% scratch. They still have the majority of their crowd being Juggalos. You know, yeah, there's new people that have discovered it along the way, but I mean, that's gonna happen with every release from, you know, every artist, you know? Like, you're gonna have new people discover your shit. The bulk of it is still Juggalo. I don't know, it's a really touchy subject, honestly.
Yeah, I used to be very vocal about that shit, but it's a feud that's going nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Unless they either sever ties completely or they go off and do a complete different thing, there's always going to be that Juggalo stamp that's going to follow Emily around no matter what they do. So it's just, I don't know, dude. Like, to me, it's done and over with. You know what I'm saying? All the new shit that's coming out is just adding to the fucking fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I love Emily also, but you know what I'm saying? There's always that but. That's just the emotion attached to that but. There's nothing against their music, because their music is still quality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think like the but, that's gonna be things like, I like Gmo Ski, but he put out that diss song to Violent J. You know what I mean? Like, exactly, there's those buts in there. And but, you know, he was basically mouthing off to Juggalos at a show, and, you know, there are stale points, you know what I mean? Like, even whenever like I listen to certain things and be like, shit'll come to mind, you know what I mean? That'll just, like, in the moment, like, try to ruin that moment, you know what I mean? Yeah, bumping like a Gmo Ski song, and then all of a sudden, like, the thought of, man, he fucking went off on, like, he was smacking that fan's phone, like, out of her hand and shit, you know what I mean? And, like, being a little bitch. Like, just, like, little things like that, you know what I mean? It'll just, like, come to mind. So, I mean, it's kind of fucking stale, and it's different, you know, because, like, back in the day, like, when ICP's beefing with Eminem, you had Juggalos that were all like, you know, fuck Eminem, fuck this motherfucker. There's still Juggalos to this very day that are like, ah, fuck Slim Anus, you know what I mean? Like, because his family is so fucking thick, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the emotion. It has nothing to do with the art itself. It's just the attachment they have towards what was the Juggalo family. But it's still like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, when A&B, they announced that they're coming out again, I was thrilled for that shit. But I don't agree with what Young Wicked did. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly what, I mean, A&B is a shit, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, there's a representation of the Hispanics and the Hatchet, or not only in the Hatchet, but when they were in the Hatchet, and now just as in the underground, you know what I'm saying? In our Juggalo community, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you don't even get me started on A&B, bro. I could have like hours upon hours worth of conversation when it comes to A&B. Yeah, I got my double blade on my arm, like, you know, I got my cut and stitched poster. I have fucking Unforgiven Forest posters, you know what I mean? Like, that's my shit.
Hell yeah.
And there is that butt factor in there. I had a run-in with Young Wicked last year.
Okay.
I was just showing love, you know, and he posted a picture of him with, you know, the newborn baby, Samantha's baby. And just to, like, show some love, I reposted that picture in the Ninjas in Action group. And he went in there and, like, saw it and was like, basically like, how dare you, like, publicly share a picture of me with my daughter, and, like, started going off I'm like, hey, my bad, bro, like, I didn't realize it was like that, you know? You know, I'm a supporter, bro, like, I'm a fan, like, I'm just, you know, showing some love. He fucking blocks me.
Oh, that's what happens when everybody that was close to you starts bashing you, and then you don't even know who is a supporter and who's
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, you know. I tried reaching out to him. I'm homies with like a few of his people in the Canonized crew. When this Ninjas in Action Volume 2 mixtape we're putting out drops, like, you guys will see there's a lot of Canonized on that shit because those are my boys. It's crazy, man, like how the situations got, you know, like the emotions and like everything. Everyone's got, you know, eyes in the back of their head, fucking paranoid type shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like A&B is like, they were a good representation, not only for like, you know, the Hispanic Juggalo, Denver. They also were like the underdogs, the like 100% fucking underdogs.
Oh, of course.
They were.
Only like to this day, a lot of people still don't like it.
Yeah, you know, like they were the Juggalos in the crowd that got a shot, and then they took their one album deal and fucking turned it into how many? All right, let's real quick. They dropped 3 albums on Psychopathic and an EP. You know what I mean? And then that's not even like including all the freshness in between, you know, whenever they weren't on the label. So like, I've got mad respect for them and like the empire that they've built. You know, it's crazy.
So, like I said, it's just all emotion, brother. I'd rather stay off that topic. I mean,
switch it up a bit. We got the Fearless Fred Fury dropping this year. What are your thoughts on the fucking album? What do you think it's gonna be? Like, are you excited?
Of course, I'm always excited to see something new from the Clowns. But I don't know. It's kind of hard to speculate. Last year, well, I mean, when Found and Lost were coming out, they were all on some, they're gonna go back to their old school shit. They're gonna be a lot more angry. Exactly what they're saying about this album, what they said about their previous album. Not that they didn't deliver, it's just wasn't what everybody was speculating, you know what I'm saying? They were speculating maybe it was kind of like a Hell's Pit Shangri-La, or maybe it was like a Jekyll Brothers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's all different. I just hope for the best, because I love the Clowns, and I know a lot of people lost faith in them by now, but I mean, I still think they have their wicked shit down. I still think they could produce quality music. I don't know, sometimes it seems like they bite a little bit more than they could chew. That's about it.
That's for sure, man. And then, like, if you had to pick, like, one album, what would you say is your number one ICP album?
Fuck, it's always, for me, it's always been between the Ringmaster and the Malenko. It's hard for me to choose one.
Right, they're two completely different albums.
Yeah, they are. But like I said before, like, I like the Malenko album because that's just gangster, you know what I'm saying? Malenko, to me at least, was a fucking gangster-ass album from Murder Go Round all the way to fucking Southwest Orange, completely just fucking, I don't know, it just had a gangster ride to me. From Forks Up, Forks Down to the Funhouse to fucking Wagon, like that all shit was G shit. Like that shit was just them on some gangster shit. Wagon is like them rolling around with their homeboys. I mean, their homeboys might be dead or whatever, but it's just them and their homeboys rolling around causing a ruckus. I mean, fucking the Funhouse is like when a homeboy comes, or not a homeboy, but a random dude comes by your block and you're like, hey, where the fuck you from? You don't know him? All right. Come on, I need to talk to you. Step into my Funhouse. You know what I'm saying? You don't know where he's from. It doesn't necessarily have to be a rich boy, but it might just be a dude you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Murder Go Round is like when you're against a fucking rival crew. You know what I'm saying? You go, they get a couple of your homies, go and you find them, and you get a couple of their homies, and it becomes a vicious circle. Hence the Murder Go Round. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the great Malenko knows what I'm saying. When it comes to comedy, when it comes to the horrorcore, like everything was synced up so perfect and so flawless that it made such a perfect album from beginning to end. Every track is multiple. Not to say that I'm Malenko tonight, but you know what I'm saying, it's just very enjoyable, you know, and that's what I love about them old Joker cards.
Hell yeah. Before you got into ICP, what kind of music were you into?
Oh, I'm still, when I was before ICP, just normal shit. Down here in Texas, of course, like I said, BK, the fucking Outcast, the fucking Power Wall, Slim Thug, DJ Screw, of course, fucking Zeros, But that's just because that was, for me, my region. And of course, from my Spanish side, I like a lot of Mexican music. It's just how it is. But it's just normal, man. The clowns were just like, it was just a random coincidence that they showed me what's up with them. And I just happened to click with it. You know what I'm saying? It was just, if nobody would have showed me and fucking shoved that shit in my face, I probably wouldn't have tasted the flavors that I do now. You know what I'm saying? It's just an acquired taste. And I just happened to taste it. You know what I'm saying? That's just it.
I feel it. So do you plan on going to any events this year?
Actually, I'm going to the tour that's going around right now. Well, not right now, but after all this shit goes down. Tilla, some random fucking rock band.
Yeah.
I'm going to that one for sure. But I really want to hit the gathering in my lifetime, you know what I'm saying? Before anything goes down, I really want to hit a gathering. I want to gather, you know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of stories. And y'all motherfuckers make it sound like it's heaven on earth, and I just want to experience it for myself.
You know, it sucks because last year was Oklahoma, which is probably as close as it's gonna get to you. You know what I mean? Like in all actuality.
Yeah. It's fine. I don't mind traveling. It's just the money-wise, it's not the problem. It's just the timing. Sometimes is the problem.
I feel it, man. I mean, you got kids, you know, like when you got kids like in the mix and things like that, you know, like it makes things kind of difficult. I'm trying to work shit out right now so I can go to DCG Con and, you know, I have a baby. Like literally, like, you know, I have my 10-year-old, a 3-year-old, and then a baby. So it makes things kind of difficult. The event's 3 days, so I need at least like 4 to 5 days. And that makes it difficult.
Of course, and you don't want to drop everything just to go. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure your family's straight off.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like you don't want to just like leave your kids with some random ass motherfucker and like shit go down. My son's got school he's got to get to. I got a newborn. Like it's difficult. But all right then, man. Do you have any shout outs or anything you want to give?
Oh, fuck, shit. A shout out to everybody in Carnival Spirits, man. If you hear the motherfucking gnome, shout out to everybody that supports me, you know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers hit me up. It's the homeboy Blaze. I'm that motherfucker, you already know.
Well, hell yeah. I'll make sure to, you know, put a link to your channel down in the description. Thanks for coming up on the show, man. It's been good.
For real, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, it's been an honor. Fucking Cali Green, you the shit, man. Thank you for thinking of me, brother. That's all I can say.
Hell yeah, man. This has been Carnival Spirits. It is the year of the gnome. We are those ninjas in action. Interview with the Juggalo. Be on the lookout for more information about, you know, our event going down at DCG Con. For those of you who don't know, we are holding a backyard wrestling tournament. The video games for PS2 featuring ICP, Twisted, Rude Boy, all that good shit. KG, Kevin Gill, is actually going to be co-hosting it with us, and he has some special prizes to give out from his backyard wrestling memorabilia. So expect some ultra freshness. We have t-shirts on CarnivalSpirits.com. Ninjas in Action Volume 2 dropping soon, featuring Bones Dub, Mastermind. We got a grip of motherfuckers. Insane Poetry, The Wicked One. It's gonna be mad fresh. So till next time, y'all. Whoop whoop.